Well, guys, new year, new season for the LAFC crew, and guys, this is crazy. This is like this. It's been like 2 years since we've done the first episode, and I don't know. I'm feeling good about this one. Hopefully, third time's the charm, and we can actually upload more than like 10 episodes into the series, and not have like a 6 month hiatus and go straight to the final, which I don't think I posted anything. So I think I just left it at like week 3, and that's it. So subscribe to the ItzJason channel, guys. We have brilliant series that are super, super consistent. So anyways, before we get started with LAFC, The Road to Glory, Episode 1, and talk about the game, let's go ahead and talk about what I like to call Part 0, which is basically what they did in the off-season. Now, it was a busy off-season, I would say, for LAFC, and we lost a lot of people, I will say that. Some of these included Diego Palacios, Kellen Acosta, even Maxime Crepeau, the guy that literally broke his ankle or his leg and came back in probably one of the best fashionable ways, led us to MLS Cup again, only to just I feel like we ditched him for Hugo Lloris. But we'll talk about this. We'll just talk more about Hugo Lloris and what I think about that one. But yeah, it was a very busy off season, and we lost a lot of key players. And I think it was about four out of the 11 starters from the MLS Cup that we won a couple of years ago. So it was really big. And the big topic for this kind of off season and a little bit of this first half of the season is Carlos Vela. Right now, Carlos Vela is a free agent. His contract is up, and we just don't know. And I mean, there is still 2 DP spots left, but I'm pretty sure LAFC is probably gonna wait for the summer to sign players for that spot. And I think LAFC are better when they sign during the summer than in winter. But I wouldn't say. I think last season was probably more better. I don't know. I don't. I no, there wasn't any players that stood out to me from the summer transfer last summer. I guess Oliveira, but that's really it. And even if we lost a couple of players, I think this off season was pretty alright. And I definitely do see the off season signings making me realize that this year is probably going to be a little bit more different than last season. I definitely feel like last season was, oh my goodness, how come we made it this far? Even though I definitely felt like we grinded out wins, especially in the beginning, first half of the season when we were in the CONCACAF Champions League. We made it all the way to the final, and then we lost embarrassingly, but we still made the MLS Cup. I mean, that would have been a historical season right there, but unfortunately, we lost in 3 finals that whole one season. That was a really sad season, but I was proud of that team. So, yeah, there's definitely going to be a different play style, I think. More of Bob Bradley's old style. Hopefully the defense is good this time around and not horribly. So, it's going to definitely be an old play style. Maybe something that we saw in MLS Cup 2022. Just very high pressing and just not getting out wins like last season. I definitely felt like. So some of the key signings that we did was bringing back Atuesta from, I think I was on loan from Palmeiras. I definitely would say it's a really good step into the midfield, especially how we lost Kellen Acosta, and I think we lost another midfield. I can't remember. Just put it up on the screen. Bringing back Atuesta is probably definitely an A plus, especially how I think his last season he was probably one of the best midfielders in the league, and actually got MLS starting 11 of the year. I don't know. I was in 2019, I will say that, but I can't remember if it was his last season as well that he won. But he was an MLS All-Star on his last season. When did he leave? Wasn't it 2021? I think it was 2021. That's when he left. Another signing that we also did was Omar Campos, and what I've heard from him, he's probably one of the best left backs in Liga MX, and probably one of the best Mexican ones out there as well. He's very young as well. He's still kind of young. I think he's 22 or 24. Either way, he's in his 20s, early 20s, I'm pretty sure. And I think he's a definitely good fit for a good replacement for Diego Palacios. But at the same time, I'm very skeptical because Diego Palacios was very, very big. I will say that. We also signed Thomas Angel from Nacional. I think is he the one that was like the son of like a coach of ours? Like he was like an MLS legend. I don't know. I don't really understand the signing, but if he's good, that's all I care. I don't know. And as I previously mentioned, Hugo Lloris, it's definitely a very strange signing, but I definitely do understand a little bit. Maxime Crépeau was probably one of the best goalkeepers during his entire like LAFC career that he had in Los Angeles. I don't really think I can remember a time where he was probably horrible, and just like it was amazing, and like he led us all the way to MLS Cup again last year. So definitely losing him to the Portland Timbers was very questionable, and especially how we're replacing him with Hugo Lloris, which he is pretty old, I will say that, and it's kind of short term. I would honestly say that's a short term signing, unlike Crépeau, where he just feels like a long term signing. He's pretty young still and has a lot to give. I definitely understand where they're coming from because they lost Chiellini last season, and they just need. Sometimes I just feel like they need leadership, and Hugo Lloris can definitely give that to not just the goalkeeping position, but just like the back line. And the man is like a FIFA World Cup like goalkeeper of the year. I'm pretty sure, something like that. I don't think Crépeau deserved to get it. I don't know. Maybe there was something going on like behind the scenes, and like he just didn't want to be in LAFC anymore and wanted to move on. And finally, the last signing of this offseason is David Martinez. I've heard a lot of just like hype around him. Even Hercules Gomez called him the next Miguel Almiron. So I don't know. He's been playing pretty well in World Cup qualifying and just the pre-Olympics in South America. The I don't know what's called, just like the Olympic like tournament in South America where you play just to qualify to the Olympics. That's what I mean. So I don't know. I'm giving this guy faith, and I've heard a lot of hype around him, and he does pretty. He does. He's a baller. He's a baller. I will say that. So it's a good signing, and I'll definitely give it some brownie points for just like a young talent that we signed. So I feel like we don't have enough young talents for this off season, or just like the team as itself. And the only like young talent is like Nathan Ordaz or uh, what's that other dude? I think he left too. Yeah, just put it up on the screen. I can't remember. So, anyways, the off season was pretty busy from us, and I do like the signings, and there are stuff that are very questionable, but not really. And I really did enjoy it. And even though there is still two spots, like designated player spots, I'm pretty sure that's going to be saved for the summer. So, big things coming soon. And I think maybe if Carlos Vela is there, they could just maybe be a little better. I don't know. I definitely feel like Carlos Vela is like, we're probably never gonna get another year of him where he like was scoring 37 goals. I think it was 37 or 34, but breaking MLS records and just being MVP. And I think those like that season is like probably never gonna come back. So I don't know. I'm very mixed on the Carlos Vela situation, so I really don't know. But if we do get him, all right. So it's a very good upgrade. So yeah, if I have to give this a rating, I would probably give it a B plus. I was gonna say B minus, but no, I think it's a B plus. I enjoyed it. Now, guys, let's go on and continue into talking about the LAFC game. We played against the Seattle Sounders at home for their first game of the year, and I just feel like we always be playing the Seattle Sounders. I'm tired of it, but this one,
I think it was alright.
I think Hugo Lloris really did shine in this game, and I don't know, I really liked him. This game, he really showed that leadership, and like I like the way how he just wanted to just start the play, just start the offense like very quickly. Jordan Morris would kick the ball and he'd save it, and then he just goes and like starts the attack very fast paced, and I really like that. So definitely A plus like debut for Hugo Lloris. I really liked him, and I really liked the saves. The penalty, I don't know. It's just it's hard to say penalty sometimes. I feel like 45th minutes, great attack and a great assist by Omar Campos to just give it to Timothy Tillman, and he just scores a tap in. Why is everyone like blonde? I honestly thought that was like Danny Bouanga, but that ended up being Timothy Tillman. So yeah, big up Timothy Tillman. And even though Bouanga didn't score, I'm very happy with his performance, and he was very threatening over the attack this today. So goal one, 45th minute, Tillman assisted by Campos, and then in the 55th minute, Mateus Bogusz scores an absolute. It was a dime, but like at the same time, it just felt like accidental. Like it didn't really mean it, and yeah, it was a great goal. And honestly, I think Bogusz. It was probably one of the best games I've ever seen from him in like a while. I don't know. I just can't remember. So I'm just probably gonna say like it's probably the best performance I've seen from him. He was really good, and he was really attack threatening, and like he wasn't afraid to just take a shot. And he felt like a number nine, and we don't have a number nine in this team. I feel like, and yes, it kind of is like Buwanga, I guess, and I don't know. We just don't have an actual number nine, but like Mateus Bogusz felt like a number nine today, and like he was threatening. He wasn't afraid to go inside the box and like take his chances. Good game from him. De La Vega, I think he played pretty well. He had a lot of confidence, and I mean the penalty as well. I mean that was definitely a penalty. Aaron Long probably wasn't his best game. Not gonna lie, he was very slow and just like very predictable, and yeah, clumsy challenge on Jordan Morris, and big up on De La Vega because he just automatically wanted the ball and he wanted to take the penalty. That just showed the confidence in like he was ready. He was ready for this team, and hopefully they can lighten up this attack on the Sounders because in this game, I definitely felt like the Sounders were pretty weak on the attack. I mean, Rui Diaz was very silent. I didn't hear much from him, and Jordan Morris. I mean, yes, he'd have his chances, but I felt like he was just a stranded man on the island and just didn't have any supporting cast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Jordan Morris could have done more if he just had the right amount of people, but I didn't really hear much from Rui Diaz and De La Vega. I mean, he only came up for like the last 15, so I really can't say much for him. So I don't know. It was a very, I want to say disappointing night from the Sounders, but there was definitely some chances I would say. So don't throw away the Sounders just yet. And yeah, I mean, proud of the Sounders team for just how aggressive they went at times. So I feel like I'm saying a lot of so. Anyways, it ends 2-1, and there was a scary little chance from the Sounders late into the game, but it ends 2-1. Very proud of this team, and solid performance. Solid performance from LAFC. Yeah, I do feel like there is still yet to grow. I don't know. I would say stuff for the attacks, but Nuhu plays pretty well. I liked him, and I liked his performance today. So yeah, that's about it. That's it for the game. I actually enjoyed it. I'm just like yapping about like LAFC and it's dark room, but yeah, 2-1 ends in the night, and yeah, looking forward to the next game. And I think it's against RSL. So yeah, good game. I think Atuesta played amazingly too. Omar Campos, brilliance in that first goal, and Hugo Lloris. Yeah, I mean he was making some good saves. There was one save early in the game from Jordan Morris, and I just like, oh, the chef's kiss, and just made me like, yeah, he's got it. He can be like a good goalkeeper this year. So I don't know. I'm definitely proud of it. So yeah, that's about it for this episode, guys, of the first episode of season 3 of LAFC: The Road to Glory. Yes, guys. Hopefully, I actually have the audacity to post a second episode. Uh, God, I just need like motivation or so. I don't know why I don't post. I didn't know why I didn't post on the MLS Cup game last season. Yeah, I suck. Anyways, that's about it. Like and subscribe. It's been your boy Jason. See you guys next time. Hopefully, commentary video. And now another soccer video. I already posted another soccer video. Reached my limit.